Bangladesh will vote on February 12th to elect a new parliament, its first natural election since a student-led uprising forced the then Prime Minister Sheikh Hasina to flee the country last year. An interim administration led by Nobel laureate Muhammad Yunus has since governed the South Asian country but has been grappling with rising discontent over delays in promised reforms, fueling fresh protests and political division. For the 13th National Parliamentary election, voting will take place from 7:30 a.m. to 4:30 p.m. in all the 300 constituencies. More than 127.6 million voters are eligible to participate in the election. Bangladeshi expatriates will be able to cast ballots via postal voting, and over 300,000 overseas voters have registered so far. A referendum on implementing the July National Charter will be held on the same day. The simultaneous scheduling of the national election and the referendum marks a rare political moment as the country prepares for a pivotal decision on both leadership and constitutional direction. So Bangladesh readies to vote on February 12th to elect a new parliament. This is the first national election that will be held after the July revolution last year. Naval Singh Parmar joins us on phone line to get us more. Naval Singh, how crucial are these elections that will be held for the first time after the July revolution last year? But at the same time, we've seen that Sheikh Hasina's Awami League has rejected this February 12th election schedule and has demanded a neutral caretaker setup. How do you evaluate the developments?
Well, the Awami League has issued a sharp warning saying that holding a national election without the country's oldest and largest political party would push Bangladesh into a deep crisis. With its resignation suspended and political activities banned, the party says the election process has lost credibility. Citing its long electoral history, the Awami League argues that excluding the party that led the liberation war in Bangladesh undermines the nation's democratic foundations. In its statement, the party outlined key conditions for joining any future polls. These include lifting all restrictions on the Awami League, withdrawing what it calls fabricated cases against Sheikh Hasina and senior leaders, releasing all political prisoners, dissolving the current interim government, and forming a neutral caretaker administration to ensure a free, fair, and inclusive election. So, if we see in totality, the Awami League is a major political party, though their leaders and the other second cadre leaderships are not available on ground here in Bangladesh. They are either in jail or they are out of country. But they have a strong vote bank here in Bangladesh, and they have a big army of karyakartas on ground. So, excluding Awami League, any election would not be considered a participatory election. So that will be a question on the forthcoming election, whether it is inclusive or not. And from ground, it is very clear that it will be non-participatory election.
All right, Naval Singh, now that was the perspective of the political parties. What are the common people, the population of the country? What is their viewpoint? How do they see these elections? Because these general elections will be held for the first time after the July revolution last year.
When there was Awami League government led by Sheikh Hasina, people were having anti-incumbency as it was continuing for the 1.5 decade here in Bangladesh. But and they were hoping that something big change, positive big change will happen after the fall of Sheikh Hasina. But within few months of interim government led by Dr. Muhammad Yunus, people realized that they made a mistake, and because they were having a expectation from the Yunus administration, but they failed to fulfill the expectation of the people. So as the expectation regarding the election and democracy in the Bangladesh, many people and the political analysts believe that the Awami League, that the Yunus administration, which was having a good and fair chance to provide a clean administration, good law and order situation, some good decision related to economic development. But the analysts believe that the Yunus administration failed to do so, and they were busy with appeasing some of the political parties, those who were supporting the Yunus administration. So on ground, there is a issue regarding the law and order situation, economic activity dwindled, and the third time the ADB and the other rating agency has downgraded Bangladesh economic forecast. At the same time, unemployment and the price rise are increasing. So people are fed up with the Yunus administration, and they don't have much hope with this administration. And at the same time, they don't believe that they will be having they will have a clean and free, fair, transparent election here in Bangladesh.
All right, Naval Singh, thank you so much for joining us with those details.